Yes or no on the Morai Pulse? Let's talk about that. I'm going to say yes on that. We're going to talk about Invictus launch week. The Polaris is going to be shown. Very exciting. And there is a fair bit of drama going on with the medical bed respawn update. We'll talk about that. Lots of people crying about it because the world is coming to an end now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. Let's kick off with the Morai Pulse. Now, I'm not looking for another hoverbike. I don't need another hoverbike. I've got the Nox, I've got the Dragonfly, multiples of them. I've got the Quad. But I will get rid of all them for this. And I'll tell you why. This is the smallest vehicle now you can get in Star Citizen. It fits everywhere. I saw a guy cram this inside the 100i. He just went sideways up the ramp and it fits inside. The fact that it has such a minimal footprint and it fits everywhere, I'm sold. I picked up the bronze and gold version from the concierge pack for $25. Also great as an LTI token. For those who are new, LTI is lifetime insurance, and what people do is they buy this for $25, the Warbond version, as an LTI token, meaning they can then, if they want in the future, upgrade that to a different ship which has been sold in the past, but it retains the insurance, right? So you can retain the lifetime insurance by upgrading this into a ship you may want later on. That's what the LTI token story is. But for me personally, yes, I purchased it. I may even get a second one. I like everything about it. I think this basically makes all the other hoverbikes I have obsolete just because it fits everywhere. Let's move on and talk about Invictus launch week. This is happening in 2 days, 22 hours, and the Polaris will be shown. Exciting because we've been waiting for that for 8 years. 2016 is when that was sold. There it is. It's a chunky boy. I'm very excited to get a closer look at that after all these years of waiting. And there's also the Firebird, which is essentially going to be the Saber Raven. Now, this is the original Saber Raven, which was sold with the Intel Optane. A lot of people missed this. A lot of people love this ship but cannot get it. So the Firebird sounds like it's going to be the alternate. It doesn't have the EMPs, but basically it's the same design. I'm guessing there might be alternate paints to come with it. And we'll finally give some people who want this ship the ability to get one, just not the exact version of that. I think it's a pretty good thing. Now let's move on to the major news and the big drama for this week, which is essentially a change coming to patch 3.231 as mentioned by Wikipedia, and that is they are changing how the respawn mechanics work in this game. Medical bed respawn update. Let's read this first. All right. With the release of 3.231, we wanted to provide players with a less brutal experience when getting back into the action. I like it. I like it a lot. I know that everyone is crying and complaining. This is ruining the game. Look how they've taken away the hardcore stuff. Look how soft they're getting. I'll explain to you. I think you guys know, but let me explain to you why this is a good thing. Now, they didn't say this is permanent. This may be temporary. They're trying it out. I would like this to be permanent. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be like this throughout all the game. Reading through the comments here on Spectrum and on Reddit, I haven't seen one person mention the possibility that this might not be the same in every area of the verse. Let me explain. If you are in some outlaw way out system like Pyro, they can make up some magic hand wavium reason that you cannot respawn in your tier 2 or tier 3 bed. Did I get it backwards? Is it tier 1 or tier 2 beds? They can make a reason why you might not be able to respawn. They can say there's electrical interference in the upper atmosphere. There's tachyon particles interfering with the transference mechanism. So if you die, you're dead. They can still retain the hardcore aspect of it, all right? So don't go crazy and crying and pulling out your hair, if you have hair, that this is going to ruin the game, because they may still find a way to work around it. Now let's finish reading this first. They want to make it a less brutal experience. To help us with this, we're making all medical bed tiers capable of being able to be a regen location. I love it. I love it. I'll tell you why I love it. For me, and many normies out there, which are the majority in this game. Now, you can go and cry about it that the hardcore part is being killed. Is it whiteboard? It's whiteboard time. It's whiteboard time. All right. Montoya is pulling out the whiteboard. Let me make this very clear to those of you crying about the hardcore aspect of the game being taken away for you as you jump up and down and stamp your feet. Hardcore, as indicated by the H over here, is you, right? This is where you live. You want the hardcore aspect of the game. But where do the rest of the players live? Where do the normies live? Well, I've got news for you. The normies all live over here. And then there's some idiots over here. All right. Like it or not, majority of the people that will be playing this game will be in this area. Now, the hardcore crowd loves their gameplay, I know, but you live here. Majority of the players will be playing here. You don't believe me? Trust me, it's true. It's true. Check out all the polls when they ask what you look for in this game. Is it PvP or PvE? It's going to be PvE. The normies make up majority of what's in this game. And Star Citizen, if it wants to succeed in the long term, has to cater to as broad as an audience as possible. Now, this doesn't mean that the hardcore part is going away. No, it just means the hardcore part can be moved to the outskirts, to the dangerous parts of where the game will be. So don't go crying about it and jumping up and down, but understand more people in the game is better than less people. If you don't believe me, go find your random friend that has never played a space sim, that has never played a flight sim, and let them play Star Citizen. They will have a very, very, very rough time. It is not an easy game. So to dumb it down a bit and say, we will now make all medical beds a region location is a good thing. Fight me if you want. Comment section is open. Let's go. So, reading more about this, the T3 medical beds will respawn up to 20 kilometers away. The T2 medical beds will respawn up to 50 kilometers away. So this is a lot of distance. I mean, I don't mind them making this 10 kilometers. Make it 1 kilometer away. All right. Make your Pisces medical. You have to park it right outside the bunker to be able to respawn. I think that's perfectly fine. The upcoming Ursa medical, or the NURSA as we've dubbed it, same, make the range 1 kilometer even, so you have to be parked exactly outside wherever you are. That is fine also. Tier 2 medical beds, 50 kilometers away, generous, but I see this being very, very useful when it comes to AUG gameplay, where you die and you need to respawn as quickly as possible to get back into the action. The reason I like this also is I need a game to be respectful of my time. Now, if you are young, you're in your early 20s, maybe your early 30s, you have all the time in the world, good for you. But I need a game that respects my time, right? Now, if I want to play solo for a bit, I want to go bunker diving, and I go down to a bunker and I get shot and I'm down, I'm incapacitated. My options are to backspace out of it and then take another 20-minute ride to get back to where I was, or call for medical help, which also might take 20 minutes. I don't have 20 minutes. I don't want to wait 20 minutes. If I get into a situation where I'm down and I have to wait 20 minutes, I'm logging out. I'm done for the evening. And there's a lot of people like me. Same thing with the prison. I understand the prison loop gameplay. But if I go into prison, look, I don't want to start running those missions. I'm logging out. I'm done for the evening. I need a game that respects my time. And by allowing me to respawn right outside where the action is respecting my time. That is a good thing for me, and it's a good thing for almost everyone in the game. And if you don't like that, cry harder. Let them try it out. Worst case is it doesn't work out and they'll go back to normal. Oh, word of warning, all right? For those of you who are buying the medical Pisces and the NURSA because of this, they may revert back. So don't go nuts if they say, you know what, we've tried this, it doesn't really work out. But in my opinion, I think they should keep this. But I think this is a great place to end this video. Let me know your opinion on this. You know what camp I am in, right? I love this picture. I think this is a good thing. If this is you, let me know your opinion. Questions, comments below. Appreciate it. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.